right on, right on. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris Jaquez, and this is Your Best Life Defined. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm kind of getting excited about it. Life is going really good for me. I'm hoping it is for you too. That's why I keep showing up every day. I keep waiting to check my inbox or a notification for a post on one of my podcasts where someone says, "Hey, thanks Chris for all the effort. It's changing my life. In fact, it's changed my life so much I don't have time for this anymore. I've focused on me. I'm digging it, and I'm headed in an amazing new direction. Thanks." I'd be like, yeah. More than I'd be able to tell everybody, all those other people that are looking at what I'm doing right now and they scoff and they make noise because I show up every day. I'd be able to say, see, I changed the world. I'm like, no, you didn't change it. Well, yeah, I did. One life. Change one life, you change the world, right? So that'd be my ultimate reward right there, because that's really what I'm shooting for here. A lot of people think, well, what's going on with this guy? And I'm like, well, I didn't really understand how Sandy and I were able to get where we are right now. And now that I'm sitting here, I think the world deserves an opportunity to do the same thing. I mean, if you're going to wake up in the morning, you deserve the opportunity to be able to choose between doing a bunch of crap that you have to do or doing a bunch of crap that you love to do. And it's a balance. Life is balance. So when you think about making a choice, for instance, for me, kayaking. Kayaking is a pretty cool deal. I mean, I really love it. It's the opportunity to get in your head. And more than that, it's the opportunity to commune with nature and find thankfulness in your surroundings. Because, I mean, I was out on the river yesterday and I'm just floating along and I see fish. Every once in a while your eyes will focus and you'll actually pick up on minnows in the water, or you'll sneak up on a turtle. And when you're not distracted from all the noise that you're surrounded with from the phone and from TV and from worries, it's really easy to appreciate. I mean, to truly appreciate what's around us. The world is still an amazing place. I know things are going crazy. I know life isn't as good as it could be. When I think about what drives us forward, in most cases, it's the comparisons we make. There's a reason your life looks like it doesn't. It isn't because everything about your life is amazing, and you can tell me what you want about that. You can pretend, oh no, my life's amazing. You can't believe how amazing my life is. There are parts of your life that suck, just like there are parts of my life that suck. The struggle that we face is by making the comparisons that we do, they direct our choices. And there's a point when our choices trap us into the decisions we've made. Because the deeper in we get, the more effort it takes to get out. The deeper the hole you're in, the more work you have to do to climb out of that hole, right? And then social media. Social media is probably the biggest dream killer of anything on earth right now. I'm going to say that's a big one, huh? Anything on earth. Social media is like comic books in the 50s. I'm not saying social media is bad. What I'm saying is the way we use it is bad. It's not productive. You get on social media, you get two choices. You get to look at people who appear to be doing better than you and get to feel like shit. Or you get to look at people and search out people who don't appear to be doing as well as you, and you are feeling great. Either way, neither one of those positions, no matter which direction you choose, takes you in anything beyond where you are right now. If you're facing some struggle about the decision to do this, you can always go on social media and find a reason why you don't need to do it. That's why comparisons are so dangerous. That's why comparisons kill our success. If I were to live by comparisons, I don't know too many RV owners who do a podcast every day. I don't know too many full-timers who do a podcast every day. So if I were to make that comparison, then I wouldn't be doing this right now. That's why comparisons kill us. I compared myself to Joe Rogan. I have. Not that I'm as cool as him, as smart as him, as rich as him. I don't have those qualities, but the one quality I do have is that I have the tenacity to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do now. I know it's outside the box. I'm scared. I'm going to do it anyway. When you make your comparisons and you compare yourself to your neighbors, that's the other side of comparison that really kills our ability to move forward. By making a comparison to those around you, you have reached your pinnacle. You have reached success. It's only when you look beyond those around you to things you've never considered where success is no longer attained. I'm not a successful podcaster. You know why? Because I haven't done 365 podcasts. But then again, I could be a successful podcaster simply because I do podcasts. If I define myself as if I define success as being able to show up every day and continue to perform something like this as function every day, day in, day out, then I guess I'm successful. Which is why I'm successful at podcasts. The content this isn't bullshit. This isn't bullshit. If I were to compare myself, my podcast, to Joe Rogan and his success financially, I'm a failure. I'm a big flop. You notice that's why I compare success to my own self, to what's in here. You're in the life you're in because of comparison. You make the choices you make because of comparison. You drive the car you drive because of comparisons. Who would think of taking that fancy-ass BMW, getting rid of it, and getting a beater station wagon for $800? It runs fine. Some old man had it parked in his garage, and it was part of his estate. You get it for $800. Who would make that decision? Not very many people, especially people who can own a BMW. They're not going to trade down. You know why? Because their comparison for success is based on that BMW. Their comparison for success isn't based on the fact that by driving that beater car, that frees up cash for them to do amazing things, like go to Hawaii or buy a second house in Maui or anything that you might consider, anything that inspires you to do more, to be energized and adds fuel to your tank. Because the comparison is the wrong comparison. It's easy for me. There are times when I look at our fifth wheel, and our rig is a nice rig. It's a nice home. It's an apartment on wheels. I love it. But someone will pull in this one of those big-ass motor coaches, a $500,000 unit. And I can tell you right now, I don't have the money to buy a $500,000 motor coach. And even if I did have the money, I wouldn't buy one. That's not a value thing for me. I'll go out there, I look at that coach, and there's a bit of me that just kind of like, doesn't make me happy. It makes me sad. Makes me not appreciate what I have. Makes me want more. If I were to hold to that line, if I were to hold to that comparison, I would not find contentment in my life. And more than that, I wouldn't find the motivation to continue to try and excel and to capture more of the things I love to do. To gain access to more of the things that inspire me and put fuel in my tank. If you're not moving forward, you're making the wrong comparisons. If you're not moving forward, you're making the wrong comparisons, and the only way to change that is to pick a different direction for your thoughts, pick a different direction for your focus. If you compare yourself to your neighbors, guess what? You are there. You are there. You have the house, the car, the kids, the job, all the obligations in the absence of time. You have the go to bed tired, wake up tired, get up tired, work tired, go back to bed tired, the cycle that we all live with the dream of retiring someday, just like everyone else. Make a new comparison. Take a minute. So here's the solution. The solution is to take time to get inside your own head. Because the reason we wander around and we make these choices is because they're already made for us. The idea of owning a house, being married, having kids, all the stuff, working until you're 65, 75, 85, or never, until you die, maybe. Some people work until they die. That's ingrained. That's inherited. It's a part of our life. It's a part of our culture. It's like the Middle Easterners, the kids who wake up, who are raised in a culture where they are supposed to hate Americans. They're supposed to hate Westerners. Same thing. We've been trained. So you make your comparisons for success based on that model, and pretty soon you're successful. Now let's get to the truth of it. There you are, you're 35 years old, you're 20 pounds overweight now, you're drinking too much, you're not having nearly as much fun as you want. You wake up at 5:30 in the morning, or 5 o'clock in the morning, your feet hit the floor, and you think, oh shit, gotta do it again. Oh shit, gotta do it again. You didn't time it right. You get out of the house 10 minutes late. So instead of being ahead of traffic, you're right in the middle of it. Now you're stuck in traffic, which means you have to work an extra half hour because you're a half hour late to work. Put you home a half hour later, but the liquor store, got to get by the liquor store because you're out of beer. Ugh. But by comparison, you're happy. By comparison, you're living your dream. By comparison, you are rocking and rolling. What do you mean? I'm successful. Look at the car I drive. Shit, man. Look at the car I drive. That's a big lie. That's a big Facebook lie. We get these blurbs of how amazing our life is, and the rest of the time there's a stack of bills on the counter, and there you are. He falls asleep in the recliner, and then when he finally does make it to bed, you're thinking, you're hoping he turns away from you because you don't want to sit and smell whiskey breath all night, or at least until you doze off. That's the reality. But it's by comparison that we hold on to the idea, oh man, I'm happy. Oh, don't even ask me if I'm not happy. I'll punch you in the mouth. I can see it on the faces of people all around me. Take a look. Next time you're in any place where there are people, and I haven't said this in a while, but let me remind you of this. How does it feel when you walk into a grocery store and you see all the lines of people trying to get checked out? And now they're even longer because there's 6 feet between everybody. How does it feel? How does it actually feel when the alarm goes off and you roll out of bed and you think about all those amazing things you have to do? Tell me what you want. I love it. Well, I'm happy. That argument that people are just dead set on their level of happiness, even though most of the crap we do in our lives in this American dream thing, they call it, doesn't make us happy at all. It's just work. Just grinding it out. We're just rolling. We're just on autopilot. And our life tells us where to be. Soccer at 3 o'clock. Teacher conference at 5. Bed by 9. Up by 5. Work by 7. Right? Find something new to compare your life to. Find a new comparison, a new standard. Find a standard that someone else isn't doing, and I bet you're going to find that you're going to be more inspired and have more energy in your tank. And how it starts? It starts simply by waking up every day and defining that moment where you ask yourself important questions about what your life is supposed to look like. And I think that's where we're missing it. That's where we're missing it because we don't have that time. Even when we are not busy, we still occupy our minds with these devices that prevent us from looking at our life. And more than that, prevent us from looking at ourselves and making the right comparisons. Am I happy compared with? Well, my comparison, the standard for my comparison is what's inside me, what inspires me. I'm looking for energy. I want gas in my tank. I want to be 80 years old and just going like a bat out of hell. In fact, my ideal way to go would be to just friggin' be rocking, going hard, being crazy, doing the things I do, and then just drop dead. Can you imagine? That'd be the coolest way to go in the world. All you remember before the lights go out is, man, I was having friggin' a blast. You could be up at the gates going, come on, dude. You couldn't have given me another 10 minutes. I was almost done, and I was winning. It's something to think about. Hey, listen, I appreciate you showing up. I'm not going to ask anything of you. I'm trying to give you something. I woke up one day, and I woke up to this. I woke up to this amazing life, and now I'm going to do my best to share it with you. I hope you'll continue to listen in. I hope you will share. Talk to your friends about it. I would love to hear from you. If you are on that road to success based on me or anyone else, I would love to hear that. Tell me what you're doing, where you're going, and why. And then just keep rocking it. Because you know what? Life's too short for us to do it any other way. Life is too short for us to sit on a beach, drink vodka, and wait to die. We got more things to do than that. I hope you're on board with it. And just remember, until next time, today is your day. Make it a good one.